Welcome to Mr. Nussbaum Extend. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use the new Power Quiz program. So first, after you log in, click on Power Quiz. Mine's going to take a little while here. I have a slow computer today. And so this is what the teacher interface looks like. And as you see, it looks just like the interfaces to all the other programs. There are three important parts to this program that I want to let you know about. The first one, well, probably the most important one, is the create your own quiz function. Then the record book, where all your students' scores and what they got right and not right is stored here. Here's the activity exchange. If I click on the activity exchange, you're going to see that you can use the quizzes created by all the other teachers on the program. Now there are thousands of these quizzes. So I can, if I find a quiz that I like, I can simply click on copy activity, and that becomes available in my interface, and I can deploy that to students. Before you decide to use any of these quizzes, it's a good idea to click on them. If you click on one of these names, you can preview the quiz, as some of the quizzes are of better quality than others, not surprisingly. So it's really a good idea before you use these with your kids to preview them. Now, by default, when you create a quiz, it is automatically shared with all of the other teachers in the activity exchange. However, you can disable, if you, for whatever reason, don't want other teachers to use your quizzes, there's a button here. It's you can't see it right now, but it says click here, disable sharing of your own custom exercises. If you were to click this button, then your exercises and your quizzes remain private. Okay, so I'm going to close this. And I'm going to show you how to create your own quiz, because I think most of you will use this program so you can create your own quizzes. Okay, so this is very, very easy to use. The first thing you need to do is simply type a name for your quiz. I'm going to show you a very basic kind of quiz. I'm going to say adding to 10. I'm going to say this is probably good for grades 1 and up. So I put 1+ here next to grade level optional. And now I add my questions. So there are 6 different question types. I'm going to show you how to use them all. I'm going to do a quiz that has one of each question type, and I'm going to log in as a student so that you can see what they see. So the first one is multiple choice. So right here, I put my question. Let's do 4 plus 2 equals. Here I put the correct answer. And here's where I put all the other incorrect answers, and they are randomized for students. Okay, so 4 plus 2. Let's add another question. And we can this time do short answer. And so I select the menu, click short answer, and then let's do, I don't know, 5 plus 1 equals. And in this case, I just type the answer in. Students will have to type the answer in. If I add let's do another question. And true and false is quite easy. So question 3 is going to be 4 plus 4 equals, 4 plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so I'm going to add another question now. And this time, let's make it multi-select. This means that there's more than one correct answer. So we could do something for this kind like which equal 5. So 3 plus 2, I check that one. 2 plus 5, nope, so I leave that one. 4 plus 1. You can have 1, 2, 3, or 4 correct answers here. And let's make 1 plus 4. Okay, so I gotta check this one. And then we're gonna add another question. You'll like this next one is an interesting variation. It's called containers. And there's a whole free program devoted to this on Mr. Nussbaum Extend. So question 5, we could say, which equals 6 and which equal 7. So the names of our containers are 6 and 7. And you can have up to 3 containers. So for 6, I put 4 plus 2, and you separate with commas. 5 plus 1, 3 plus 3. For 7, you'd put 4 plus 3, 2 plus 5, and let's do 6 plus 1. And then students have to drag and drop these problems into their correct containers. And I'll show you when you get to see how a student will do this, I'll show you how it works. Finally, the 6th question, not so good for this subject, but is an essay question. In here, you could just say, what is your favorite kind of math? So if I add an essay question to the quiz, then the quiz is not graded automatically and immediately for students. You have to go back and read the essay, grade the essay, and then the student's score is calculated. You'll give it a point value. You'll say, so if this test is worth 5 points, maybe the essay, you decide that's worth 5. So if a student gets 5 out of 5, and then you give them 4 out of 5 on the essay, and they get 9 out of 10 total. All right, so let's deploy this. This will go fast. So I am going to save this quiz called Adding to 10. Watch what happens when I save it. So I'm saving it. It says custom quiz saved. Click OK. This might take a minute, especially on my computer, which is going particularly slow. And it shows up in my to deploy space. So now all I do is click and drag this over, and I decide who I want to deploy this to. Do I want to deploy it to a whole class? You see my top 3 are entire classes, or to individual students. I'm going to deploy it to my test student, just one, and then come down and I click deploy. It's now available to that student, and let's see what that student sees. So I log out, and I'll log back in as the student that I deployed it to. And apologies for the delay here with a kind of a slow computer. So now I'm in the account of the student I deployed it to, and just like you, he'd click on Power Quiz. All the quizzes deployed to him are going to be available right in his account. So he's just going to click on Adding to 10, and let's watch how this works. Okay, and when you'll see, since this quiz has an essay, it says your score will be updated when your teacher has graded your essay. I'll show you how to do that too. So multiple choice. You see, these are what this is what the student will see. 4 plus 2, 6. Next question. 5 plus 1, that's the short answer. 6. Next question. True or false? 4 plus 4 equals 8? True. Next question. Which equal 5? So the student has to select all that equal 5. So 1, 2, 3. Next question. It says which equals 6 and which equals 7. Looks like that's not coming up right now. So we'll have to take a look and fix that. And finally, the next question, sorry, I'll go back up here, is what is your favorite kind of math? My favorite kind of math is adding. So let's go back to, let's just see if we can get the other one. I think because I'm doing the tape here, and my computer seems to have a limited amount of memory, that this isn't showing up. So normally for this one, students will have to drag and drop, if you remember, drag and drop the math problems to their correct containers. So let's see, if I go to the next question, I'll have to submit the answers without doing one of them. My favorite kind of math is adding. It says your score will be updated when your teacher grades your essay. So let's go back now and watch how this works. Log in. And of course you can do your quiz on anything. And log in. And the essay is obviously much more suited to when you're doing something conducive to an essay. So now I go to My Extend Programs. I'm going to grade this. Again, apologies for the wait here. Power Quiz. I'm going to click on Record Book. I'm going to click on Adding to 10. It's going to show me all my students that have done this particular one. Again, slow. Then I'm going to click Details. So he shows me, obviously I wasn't able to do the containers one, but what is your favorite kind of math? So I'm going to read the essay, see what the student put. You can't see it because it's below, but it does say my favorite kind of math is adding. You can't see it because it's above where the video cuts off. So let's say I decide that let's say I decide the essay is worth 5 points. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Save grade. Grade is saved. And so that makes for, if we were to reload this, that makes for 80%. So there was 10 total questions, got 4 out of 5 on the essay, 4 out of 5 on the other questions. So this is, sorry for the long video, but this is just a quick, well not quick, but this is just a summary of how to do everything on the Power Quiz.